Hi, thanks for watching. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your website onto the first page of Google search results so you can get all that search volume and all those calls coming directly to your business. Now I notice you're in quite a few different areas, so what I've done for comparison is I've just done a search in a few different states, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Maryland, and I've taken the top listing company in each as well as your own website, and I put them all into this tool that I use, and it shows me all the information that Google finds when it crawls your site and then ranks its strength and trust on a scale of 1 to 100. So just quickly, you can see why these companies are being listed at the top well above yours in the search results. But let me go into a little bit of detail on what these numbers mean and how you can improve them. So when Google is determining how to rank a website, it uses two different factors. The first is what's called the authority or trust that it has in your site, which is basically just a popularity contest. Now this authority is gained when other domains or websites refer back to yours and create a link. So to give you an example, if the local news station did an article for, say, one of the top 10 best cleaning companies or air duct cleaning companies, and in that article the reader could click on a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one backlink from one referring domain. Now there's lots of different types of websites that can refer back to yours, any kind of blog or posting sites, press releases, maybe manufacturers or companies that you work with. However, one very important type is what's called a citation. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, or phone number appears in an online directory. Those include Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau. These directories are usually always free. It just takes some time to find them, register your business, and input the information exactly as it's shown in Google. So you can see with the amount of authority or trust that Google has in these websites as to why they're being ranked at the top of the list. However, there is something to note here that it's not just a matter of the quantity of these links, it's also the quality. So some websites are a little bit more spammy than others, so we need to be going after more authoritative sites that are also relative to your industry and the services you provide, and therefore those links will transfer some of the power to your site. Now, the second factor for ranking a website in the search results is the content on your page. So we take a look in here. These are all of the words and phrases that are being typed into Google search that are being found on your website, as well as the volume, the number of times per month they're being searched. So this is where we do a little bit of research to try to find all the highest volume keywords relative to the services that you offer and in the areas you offer it in, to make sure that those are being included and found on the website. So for instance, if we take Lancaster, Pennsylvania, it seems to be 10, 90, 240. So we've got roughly 300, 340, 70. Well, so just in this short list right here, we've got about 400 searches a month being done just for different services in Lancaster, PA. So if your website was ranked at the top of the list in that area, you'd be getting roughly 400 people that would be viewing it or seeing it every month when they're searching. Now, we're usually pretty conservative, and Google Analytics estimates about 10% of total search volume converts into a lead for your business. So you could be looking at somewhere upwards of 40 leads coming into the business per month, just off a few of these keywords. And that's only in one city. So then we repeat that same process for all the places and services that you want to be found for. Obviously, different profit margins for different jobs, but you can see how the total volume coming in can definitely add to some more revenue at the end of the month and at the end of the year. Now, there is a formula that Google uses to find these keywords. So if we take a look at your website here, as far as the layout is concerned, it's great that you have all the information right at the top, so that way when customers are searching, they know exactly what you offer and they can easily get some more information on it. This is click to call, which is good for optimizing for mobile format. As far as Google is concerned, however, it's really just looking at the content on the page, and that's what the problem is that we have here, is there just really isn't a whole lot of it. So it's going to come in and count all the words and text on the page. It's generally looking for about a minimum of 1,500 words, because it assumes that the more information you have on the page, the more of an expert you are, and the more likely it is to recommend you in search results. So while it's counting these words, it's also searching for those keywords. services that you offer, and then the areas that you offer it in. However, this is where the number of words on the page really comes into play, because you're only allowed to have one of those keywords for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. So the more services you want to be found for and areas you want to be found for means the more content that has to be added on the page. However, in your case, because you have so many different service locations that you operate in, we wouldn't be able to fit this all on one page because it would just be a huge page. So what we normally do is break this up into location pages. So on your main home page, we would have all the services that you offer and information about them, and then we'd break it off into different locations. Probably have a drop-down tab, and it would be, green products, getcleanducks.com/the location, and then on that page would be all those location specific keywords. So for instance, if we had a location, your website /Pennsylvania, we'd have a lot of these Lancaster, Lehigh Valley, all the Pennsylvania keywords would be on that page. So that way we can get some authority and trust for that one page and help rank it in that one area. And then we would end up doing the same for all the different locations that you want to be found in, so that we can compete individually with each and every one of these. So what will end up happening is this right here is the Google Map Pack. It's beneficial to be found in here because it's at the top of the screen, and a lot of people just click on these top three. However, wherever your Google business profile is located, as far as the address you use, that would be the dominant one, and it's going to be tougher to rank in here as you get further and further away from wherever it is that your profile has your address listed to. Now, there are some things we can do to optimize that to increase the range. When you're filling out the 750 characters for your description, we try to put some keywords in there. We're constantly taking photos that are geolocated and tagged within your different service areas, as well as posting on the profile on a regular basis, and then getting as many of those citations to be listed in as many directories as possible. You want your name, address, and phone number to be in more directories than anybody else on the list. However, here underneath is what we call the organic search results. This is where the more authority or trust that Google has in your site, the higher up in the list you're going to rank. So this is where getting more of those links or referrals from other websites will help you climb and outrank the competition. This would be done on your locations pages, so that way that specific location page can be competitive with each and every one of these in each area, even though you won't always show up in the map pack. Now, I hope this information was helpful and it shows you how you can scale some of your online presence, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to go into any further details. We can talk about some of your goals for the business, and then we can do some research on our end to find out what it would take for you to reach those. I appreciate your time, and hopefully we'll be talking with you soon.